What is up, YouTube land? This is, was it Claire B?
Yeah, we're doing Claire B, or what they call it, second run, but Claire B rolls off the tongue so much better.
We got some diet, I guess they call it zero. Mountain Dew Major Melon Zero Sugar. It's pretty alright.
I actually like it better than regular Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Although I don't really like it.
I'm not a huge fan of regular Mountain Dew, but I got this as the meme drink to be there.
You know me, I'll be fine.
You know me.
I'll be back as soon as I find Craig.
Look at that. 106. Woo! Boomers, right?
Why does everyone think I'm gonna get in trouble?
Because this is the only cutscene that I think is pre-rendered. Other than there's like one like super stylish FMV. But it's just because it jump cuts so much.
Don't shoot! Get down!
Classic was a million times more soulful.
Oh, yeah. No! Don't shoot! Get down!
What's going on? I don't know.
Is that literally Claire's start? She, like, she doesn't have to do anything to do in the beginning before she meets Leon? Or is it because it's Claire B?
It's because of Claire B. Otherwise, she's the one that goes in the gas station first, but that's really the only difference. And then she meets Leon on the outside.
Makes sense, though. You already, if you're playing Claire B, you already played.
The one slightly disappointing thing is that they don't bother to do like a custom like city escape for Claire B, because she literally just starts in the front yard in the RPD.
Go on ahead! I'll meet you at the station!
Boy, I wish I could kill a zombie with one bullet like in the cutscene. But yeah, so first visit of RPD, there's barely any cutscenes. It's the complete opposite of the first run. And in general, how this is designed, it's harder but less backtracky, so I prefer second run over first.
Oh, nice! You have that 1998...
I wasn't sure if you knew about this, so I just
yeah.
wanted to start.
Yep. That's so cool. It's, what is the 1998 skin or whatever?
Yeah.
Very cool.
So I'll keep it on for a little bit. It's a little janky, and you don't see weapon models on your back, so I'm not going to keep it, but I just wanted to see if you knew about this.
Still very cool. You know, I actually just thought about it after all these years. One of the cool things about RE2 is that, unlike RE1, which literally every person in that game is, like, highly trained, but let's put a quote-unquote on highly trained, because they all die to, like, one zombie. Like, what is it, Kenneth is the first one to die, and he's like, no, one thing coming at me dies. It's like, Special Tactics and Rescue Squad, huh? Rescue Squad? No. Rescue Service?
Hold on!
Something, I don't know.
Anyway. And then Resident Evil 2 is, like, the exact opposite. Like, Leon is a rookie cop. Literally, it's pretty, tropey, but first day on the job. And Claire, like, literally, I think never held a gun before in the 1998 one. He's like, what? And she's like, what's that? A gun?
Yeah, in this one, if you do Claire A, when you're in somewhere, I think when she's talking to Marvin, she says that she's been trained in guns beforehand.
That's a little bit of a shame.
It's good. Any luck with your brother?
Also, I like how you did like 5 seconds of stuff, and now Leon's already there. Like, how much is that in terms of Leon gameplay?
Yeah,
like,
it's like
20 minutes?
It's 15, 20 minutes. Mostly cutscenes, but yeah. Alright, so at the end of this cutscene, unless you want to get BTFO, you hold right on the stick, otherwise you're going to get bit.
Really?
This is like the primo, like, start you in the worst possible circumstances cutscene. That is such a... I hate it. I hate that trope. Stop doing it.
Yeah.
Let's get through this. Both of us.
Yeah, just keep walking forward.
So, Resident Evil 1 does not start you in danger, which is good. Resident Evil 2 does. Resident Evil 3 does start you in danger, but the second you get to the end of the alleyway, you get all your life back. Like, it automatically comes back.
Oh, yeah?
I know that.
Cool.
I know that because of literally speedrunning RE3, and it shows you your data and stuff like that. Code Veronica, you don't start in danger, but you, the first time you see enemies, you have, like, nothing. It's very hard. Remember in the graveyard, like a million zombies around you, and you're like, cool.
So the main gimmick with B scenario is you're given a gun that shoots high caliber ammo. So actually the gun is stronger and inflicts more stun usually, but the downside is that you cannot craft the ammo at all with like gunpowders. So what they give you is all you get. However, the way that I'm playing this, my route in this is insane. I'm going to be doing something that you can only do in B scenario and getting the secondary weapon, or I guess the strongest weapon, first visit with RPD. And for Claire, it's a submachine gun, and unfortunately the submachine gun really is not great. But we're doing all of that in one visit, no item boxes. So I can pretty much guarantee you that this is a very unique route just to me. It's not perfect, it's not even that fast, but... You definitely want to kill these because we're going to be coming back here to get the red jewel. And if you don't kill these guys, they don't, like, die from this fire. Nice. But yeah, one nice thing is that you get the weapon locker key card right now. So there's very little backtracking, just the way that it's designed. They give you the bolt cutters immediately. They give you the weapon key card immediately. So it's just so much nicer in terms of just getting you going right away. And it's unfortunate that I'm not using Claire's revolver that much, because it's a very interesting weapon in terms of it's a 6-round shooter, and Claire needs to push out each bullet individually and then reload each bullet individually. So it is the longest reload in the game by far.
Are you at the basement already, or am I misconstruing things?
You're in the east wing. So this is locked off for Claire A. You can only get here in card B. Okay. So when you leave here, you want to have 3 slots open. The way that I do this is I actually box the handgun bullets, because I want the handgun with me for emergencies, like just to stun zombies or whatever. But for the most part, we're going to be using the flame rounds to kill everything, which is not really recommended for like a normal play, but it works because we're getting submachine gun so early. But that does mean that you have to run around with no handgun bullets, no healing, and no knife. So this is very dangerous.
Nice.
Thank you, dog. The high caliber guns do have a higher chance to like decap, but it is not like a whole ton. It's still like 10% or less.
So I have a question about the because I'm trying to think about the I guess it would be the rules of the Resident Evil universe, if that makes sense. Is it the rule in this universe that if canonically you get bitten one time, you're a zombie? So like, I understand it's like an action series or whatever for the most part, because like in Last of Us they make it very clear that if you're bitten one time, because you cannot get bitten one time or else the game ends.
So if you check his laptop, you see Mr. X is here already, and that's going to be mechanic. And the other important thing about this is that there's no storage box here, so it's just literally nothing here.
Oh, dang.
So item inventory management is much more complicated in second run.
I want to say to my original question, I think that it is canon that way, that like Chris is expected to go through Resident Evil 1.
Oh, yeah.
Code Veronica 5 and 6 without getting bit one time.
We talked about this when we were LPing the original RE2, but
okay.
There's a diary of a guardsman that never even got bit, but was just around someone that was infected and eventually became a zombie just from that. So not only is it from contact and like blood transfer, but it's also like, I guess, through the air.
Now is that from RE1 or RE2?
RE2.
RE2. Okay, so they had time to like work out the rules and everything at that point. For some reason, I was thinking of the Keeper's Diary. You know, the itchy tasty one, but
yeah, it's the guardsman. It's the room where you get the Magnum as Leon B.
Right.
I think he's dead. I hope he's dead.
Fat zombie takes more bullets. The trope. 2236. Oh no!
No, not dial pads.
Every time I see those, I'm like, high school. Remember that?
At some point in senior year, because I was using my locker so little, I had some stuff in my locker, and I literally did not remember the combination, and I just left school without ever doing anything. Because, like, I don't know. I tried at high school in, like, freshman and, like, sophomore, but, like, junior, especially senior, I'd, like, just gave up. Not that I really got bad grades, but...
I can't ever...
Do you want to see a magic trick?
Yep.
Do you see that?
Ooh. I like that.
It also, like, generates, like, a band that she wears when it's, like, holstered on her back, just to be realistic.
I can't ever forget mine because it was so easy. 36, 24, 36. I mean, at that point, if you forget it, you're dumber than me. And let me tell you, folks, that's not very much possible. I have anti-brain.
Okay, so in this room, because we only go through it one time, like the bottom portion, we made one of the zombies fall over the ledge. You can do it for the second zombie, but it's a lot more tight, and honestly, it seems like it's RNG as well. But because we are using flame rounds on all our zombies, we have to be very careful, because we have just enough, and we're actually going into this bathroom just to get rid of the valve and to pick up some flame rounds. But the way that flame rounds work in this game is that even on hardcore, they are a one-hit kill for any zombie. However, they don't die immediately. They have to die from the residual, like, flame damage, and in this state, they can actually grab you and hurt you, so you have to be careful. But once they start, like, limping over, then it's over.
That's stupid. So you can't just kill them? Like, they're always gonna, like, limp afterwards or whatever?
Yeah, so Claire's... I said this in the, when we were doing Leon A, but Claire's weaponry is much worse than Leon's. And there's a lot of caveats with her weaponry. Like, her handgun takes forever to reload, but it can shoot fast. The grenade launcher can kill anything in one hit, but you have to wait it out. The submachine gun does a lot of damage, but almost inflicts, like, no stun on any zombie. And the spark gun is horrible.
Yeah. Oh, fancy. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, speedrun strats.
I gotta get moving, dude.
Like, I understand what they're going with, because then I assume that they'll give damage to other zombies near them, right? Like, that's the whole point?
Yeah. So
that's great, but it's like, why can't it be both?
Yeah.
Why can't it just die and then have that residual damage?
And also, if you don't hit the zombie with the actual grenade portion, it won't die just from residual fire damage. So if there's a zombie that's right next to a zombie, and it just gets the residual damage from the fire, it won't die. It will take damage, but it won't die. Alright, so we're going to get the red book. Or, I already have the red book. We're going to get the red jewel now. And there are 3 zombies in this corridor, including Marvin. You see him right there.
Dang, already?
Yeah, he's already a zombie. And there's a little nasty surprise in the art room. Hopefully I don't get BTFO. It's not a big deal if I do, but...
Liquor?
Claire, I can definitely do no damage, so it would be pretty fun to do that all on camera. Alright, so there's liquor that drops down when we do this. You want to position yourself in a very particular way. You want to be standing over here directly perpendicular to it, parallel to it. And it's going to drop down. It doesn't aggro immediately. It actually stays stationary, but it will aggro no matter what we do, even if we walk. So while I might as well get this over with so I don't forget. This is actually going to free up an inventory spot, because this is the tightest route in the world. Alright, so what you want to do is that the liquor's right there. You kind of want to angle yourself right over here. Okay, good. I got it.
Claire looks weird. I don't know.
Her face she has like a butter face.
I think I maybe even said last time that Claire was waifu, but I disagree with myself now.
I mean, just look at her butt. That's all that matters.
They made up for it with RE3, because Jill is absolute waifu.
Alright, this is crown, fire, bird. In fact, it's so weird how my mind works, because a lot of times when I come up with these statues, I actually don't know the combo, and I'm just like, I remember it as I'm doing it. It's really...
Well, you could be like me when I was running RE3. Remember I had those, like, printed out pages for, like, the... But then again, there's RNG in that game.
Get out of my way!
No!
I didn't take damage because he died in the middle of the attack.
Oh, wow.
Alright, so we have to get rid of the medallion. And we have to get rid of the key now. But it works because we have to do both of
Now!
those.
Like, now today. Remember that meme?
No.
There... it's very minor, but, like... There was someone who was really annoying about, like, years ago getting, like, Madden or COD early. And they, like, sent an email and they were like, I want Madden, like, now, today. And I just remember that.
Right.
Remember that? It was Madden or COD, it was one of them.
That
and I
was
was like,
so long ago.
And I was like, dude, we don't get it till, like, the day it releases.
Yeah,
Like, he was like, now, today. And it's like, what do you... But that was at a point where there was a game store in Reading who literally would just openly break, street dates.
Yeah, base microplay, and then they died.
And then the best part about that place is they just randomly closed. Like, I remember it was like, it was so weird. It was like, Madden came out one year. This is probably like 5 years ago. And on their Facebook it was like, Madden comes out August 26th. And then like, on August 31st, because it was the last day of the month, they just closed. So I'm like, why even bother?
Yeah. Okay,
like
so we're going to be activating Mr. X right now.
Jesus, stay back.
We want to do that early because we have to go that way.
Can he follow in here?
No.
Oh, okay.
So there's a lot of different ways to do RPD 1 in the second run, but in general, the slowest but safest way is to do everything until you have to, like, touch that.
Yeah.
He also activates once you put the battery inside of the detonator. So even if you don't see him, he will become active after you do that. So we have the submachine gun. Not going to be using it too much right now, but we will be using it versus Birkin.
Nice. But I do remember that was a bit of a juicy, like, just... I love following, like, arguments and stuff on Facebook. It's just funny. Especially, of course, if it doesn't involve me in any way. And I remember people being like, writing on the page like, so I had, like, games pre-ordered and, like, a lot of store credit there. What do I do? And, like, they were just like, oh, see ya! It's like, yep.
Yeah, when someone closes like that, you can't... It's over. It's like, you're not getting your store credit.
Yeah, they just ran away, essentially. They moved to, they literally went to Mexico. But yeah, that was good times. Back when, the internet was still bad, but, there was shining beacons of hope once in a while.
Okay, hopefully Mr. X isn't here. I, like, scared myself.
He, like, sounded like he was there.
Just because I can't really use audio cues while we're doing this, like, that much. Just hopefully he doesn't screw us over. So one thing I forgot to mention during the Leon run is that if you run outside of the room while the detonator is going and then just come back in, the bookshelf will not fall over, which saves so much time. This is Harp and Crow.
Can they bite you while you're doing that? Like, can you get hit while you're doing that, or is it, like, essentially a pause menu?
It is a pause menu.
Okay.
Where is he? Okay, I don't care. Just don't be in the
Boom! Ah.
He is in the library, but that's fine.
Claire is the most adequate person I've ever seen at going up and down ladders. I think that's a discussion we have every time there's ladders. There's
Yeah, like
the all-time worst, which is it's a Zelda one, right?
Yeah, Twilight Princess.
Twilight Princess. And there's the all-time best, which is like, I don't know, Gordon Freeman or something like that, you know? Any FPS where they just zoom up them with nothing, you know? And Claire is about as adequate as possible. I think Prince of Persia, I've only ever played Sands of Time, but I think he like slides down them all cool, so that would be almost as cool as a Gordon Freeman.
Okay, so we only need one grenade. We are going to bring the submachine gun. I need the flash grenades. I need the other knife. Not going to bring any healing because we should be good.
Remember that Miiverse water guy? I'm the whatever Miiverse would be now. I'm the TikTok Video game ladder guy.
You know, I'm actually, because I forgot that I used one handgun bullet, I'm going to go back up and reload one bullet. It actually matters for this fight.
What if you miss once?
It's pretty hard to do that.
Oh, okay.
Because this is a pretty funny strat that... it's like a variation of the knife strat, but Birkin dies in like 2 seconds.
Is it that you play on a $30,000 PC that plays it at 1 billion frames per second, and then just win?
Yeah. If we were doing that, all I would need was 2 knives. That's it.
Man.
So, okay, good. I thought I didn't grab the badge. I was like, oh god, I left it in the STAR's office. So we can get the attachment for the submachine gun right now. However, it's not very useful, unlike the extended barrel. It is a suppressor in stock that reduces recoil, but as far as I can tell, it doesn't do anything to damage or like fire rate. It's just recoil, which is nice, but we're going to be running through RPD2 with just the submachine gun, and because of that, we don't want to equip it right now because it does take up 2 spots after that.
When in the heck do we see my heckin' Sherrino?
Right now.
Wait, Sherry? Like now?
Yeah.
Like now today?
Like
Sweet.
now in 5 seconds.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Do you still, in Claire B, do you still have to do the stupid Sherry part?
Yeah.
Epic.
It's not...
It's okay.
It's so scripted that, I mean, it's annoying to do over and over. I bet speedrunners hate it. But
Take my hand.
I still would take the Sherry portion over the Ada portion, because the Ada portion you can actually die, and it's not easy.
You need help. Why? He's right behind you.
Rah. At this point, I would actually just, I would probably just have a heart attack and die.
I would have no idea what to do.
Like, the
I'd
zombies...
be like, yep, I guess I'm dead.
Like, zombies, I guess, like, yeah, you know, whatever. Like, it's very scary, but you're like, alright, this is a human... It's a human being, but just slower, you know. But yeah, this I'd be like, okay.
So, I think that Claire has a better knife swing. So, in general, you're doing more damage than Leon. Especially if you angle yourself kind of like this to a little bit to his left. Because her swing is so, right-oriented. Alright, so knife again.
Do you let yourself get grabbed again? No?
Throw a flash grenade, then back to knife. Okay, switch to the grenade launcher. Switch to... He's dead! I did that
Nice.
perfectly! So if you watch Leon, because you're using this crappy, horrible handgun, it took
But wait!
10 times longer.
Wait. You have like 200 submachine gun bullets left.
Yeah, well, you'll see that zombies take like 30.
Yeah, but what I'm
bullets
saying
apiece.
is, what did having that one extra bullet in your thing... Did it matter for this?
So the handgun with the 6 bullets, the reason why I want every bullet is because we need those 6 bullets to stun Birkin, and I think it happens on the 6th bullet. I might be wrong about that, who cares? I wasted 30 seconds
It's over.
going back to the box.
Oh, I didn't even see you use the handgun.
Yeah, like I said, the revolver can shoot really quickly. So if you saw what I did with the 6 rounds, you can shoot them as fast as you can pull the trigger. It's like boop, 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 boop.
Oh.
But the downside is, we'll see it, but it reloads. It takes like 8-10 seconds, like literally, to reload.
I think so. I hope so. Yeah. Of course. I'll help you.
Ada? Sherry!
Would you rather have Sherry help you or Ada help you if you were in this situation?
Oh man, one's incompetent and one is just gonna try to kill you. Neither. Rather have zombie Marvin help
Yeah,
me.
I feel as if like being alone would be better. Okay, let's see how long it takes to reload. I'm gonna hit the reload button now. Oh, okay, never mind. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000, 6 1,000. So yeah, 6 full seconds.
Wow.
We do need some handgun bullets later for the outdoor portion, but otherwise we are not using the handgun almost at all.
Dirty Harry, she ain't. Or Magnum Force.
She can shoot it like Dirty Harry,
Yeah.
but not reload it like Dirty Harry.
You know, I gotta watch The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Or I guess it's, there's like a trilogy of them. Fistful of Dollars and something. That's one that everyone just...
Yeah, everyone's like, it's
Westerns
the
don't...
Shawshank Redemption of Western.
Yeah,
movies.
Westerns don't do anything for me, but I should give it a chance. Plus, Clint Eastwood's awesome. He's like 91 years old and he's still like, I'm acting and directing in full movies where I just do stuff in them. It's like, holy crap.
Hopefully you'll get to see her again soon.
My mom's always working.
Yeah, Sherry has a bad life. So I don't need the handgun. I'm gonna keep the knife just in case. Don't need this, don't need this.
Don't need this anymore.
Which is my mom, but he's gone. Wow. Both of my parents are gone. It's just me and my brother.
Oh yeah, I guess Claire's an orphan.
Can we have a backstory, like a prequel game, where it's Claire and Chris as like adolescents? Actually, how much older is Chris than Claire, and why do I care?
Claire is 19 in this game, so I mean, you would imagine that Chris to be the second in command of Stars.
It's got to be like 26, 27.
Yeah, like
something like that.
mid 20s at least.
All right, we're gonna figure this out.
Yeah, just look up RE1 Chris stage.
Closed.
Chris
Damn it. I need a key card.
Redfield. D.O.B. Oh baby.
Here, come out.
So he was born in 1973. So he's 48 now.
You're sure this is the way? This is
Okay.
how my mom
I'm pretty sure that RE1 takes place in like 1997 or something.
1998, yeah.
Yeah, so he was 24, 25.
Yep.
Pretty little girl, leave her house.
Based irons.
He's so awesome.
On the ground, hands behind your head.
You can't be serious.
On the ground. Now. Sherry, tie her hands.
I really miss the irons in RE2 original is obviously crazy, but I love the interaction that Claire has with him when the dead body is on the table, like when they're in his office. But he's already just so insane already.
What's this all about?
1979, by the way. So she would be 19 in this. So,
Sherry.
dang, if the Resident Evil games were happening still in like 2020, like I forget when Village takes place.
Stars now.
I think it takes place in like current year or 1 year earlier.
Yeah.
Like they're pretty consistent about that. Like RE7 takes place in 2017.
What's your fucking name?
Claire!
Sherry.
Yeah, I mean, I like Chief Irons in both. This one, he's like,
Now go!
in the first one, he's just like a cartoony villain,
Absolutely.
and in this one, he's more of like, I only care about myself, you know.
Yeah.
Stop hurting her, please!
Don't tell me how to do my job.
Stop! Let me go! Let me go!
Obviously, nobody taught you manners. Fix that.
Let me go! Let me go!
Dang, that exact second.
Claire, why don't you use your gun and I guess how did he get so far away that fast?
Chad Irons.
I haven't watched this cutscene in like 2.5 years.
Save Sherry.
Didn't you guys just meet Sherry? Like, I mean, I understand she's a child, but like,
I think she's more just pissed off at Irons being the worst human.
I guess that's true.
So the underground as Claire is way easier than Leon. You barely have to go through any of it, and only one time.
I like the SWAT truck in that last room that was like halfway through a wall. That's me driving.
Although I guess like on a casual playthrough, the underground as Claire is pretty horrible because there's like a million liquors. But as you know, we can get away from all liquors as long as we're patient. So yeah, I don't know. It's just like dogs are annoying, but since you can just get around liquors, I prefer this for sure. Lickers are eating the dog. Nice attention to detail.
I'm a blind idiot.
But
I'm blind, but I can't use like echolocation because I'm stupid. That's Lickers.
they're also like, as soon as I hear a single footstep that's loud, I will teleport to you and BTFO you.
Teleports behind you. Nothing personal.
So Claire, you do need to get the diamond key. All the zombies wake up, so we're going to push that one halfway back in so it does not wake up.
That's cool.
On second run, there's a little trick where it will wake up immediately if you pull it out the whole way, but we can manipulate this by having Claire's foot in a very particular location, so we can get the key before he even wakes up. And he doesn't wake up at all because it isn't fully pulled out.
That's pretty cool.
So this right here, the liquor, we have to agitate him to get him out of that resting position. And what we're doing is we're getting out of this room to get out of his tether, like his tether point. And he's going to go back to his default position, which is against this wall. And because we did that, we don't have to fight either of these.
Epic.
Don't get antsy though, because you want